Most people hate packing, and I get it. It takes a ton of effort. It's generally time consuming. You always forget something, and 9 times out of 10, you show up to your destination with your suitcase overstuffed with a ton of items you never actually touch. But the problem isn't packing, it's how you pack. And after years of carry-on only trips, I've landed on a system that's completely changed how I pack. It's faster, more organized, and it removes all the guesswork. I only pack 7 things. Okay, so that's a little overstated, but sort of true. I only pack 7 kits that cover my needs from bags to clothes to toiletries. Literally everything fits into these 7 generally self-contained units, and it's been a game changer in reducing the mental load it takes for me to pack my bags. The best part? Once you pack your kits, you can keep them mostly packed, so when a trip comes up, you're not starting from scratch. You're just refilling, adjusting, and going. That's it. So if you're looking to simplify how you pack, reduce your load to carry on only, or you're just nosy and want to see what's in my bags, let's get into it. Kit 1 is really your bag setup. I call it a kit though because your bags need to work together to carry your load effectively. The foundation here is a 3-bag system. You're gonna have a carry-on suitcase, a personal item backpack, and a small sling bag or purse. Your carry-on suitcase is gonna carry the majority of your load: clothes, shoes, toiletries. Your backpack's gonna carry everything that you need the day you transit, so think in-flight essentials, tech, etc. Look for a backpack that has a trolley sleeve so you can slide it onto your carry-on when you don't wanna carry it. Your sling bag or your purse needs to be small enough to fit into your personal item backpack, as most airlines only allow 1 personal item in addition to your carry-on, so you're gonna need to be able to consolidate your items. Right now, my personal setup has been the Bellroy Transit carry-on, the Antler Discovery backpack, and my Quince leather sling bag. But we've reviewed a ton of backpacks and suitcases on this channel, so we'll link some of those videos in the description below, so you might be able to find what works for you. Kit 2 is your clothes kit. This kit is gonna be packed across a few compression packing cubes to keep things organized. This is quite possibly the hardest kit to pull together and the one that usually changes the most from trip to trip. Clothes are the bulkiest thing to pack and generally where most people overpack. My formula when packing clothes is 4-3-2-1-2. You're gonna pack 4 tops, 3 bottoms, 2 layers or outerwear options, 1 dress, romper, or jumpsuit, and 2 pairs of shoes, plus your intimates, socks, and accessories. The key isn't just the number of items, although that's important to keep your load minimal. It's about choosing things that mix and match well with each other. Every item selected should work with at least 2 or 3 other things that you've packed so you can create multiple outfit combinations. This is most commonly referred to as a capsule wardrobe. Quality and versatility matter in a travel capsule wardrobe because you're gonna be re-wearing things multiple times across a 10+ day trip. That's actually how I found Quince. I was looking for elevated basics that could work for all the facets of travel days, sightseeing, nice dinners, without costing a fortune. And I'm so happy that they're the sponsor of today's video. I was shopping at Quince long before they became a partner on our channel. They focus on high quality essentials. Think comfy lounge sets for travel, cashmere layers, dresses that you can go sightseeing in the day and then transition to a nice dinner. Their model is direct to consumer, which cuts out the middlemen, so you get quality that punches way above what you would expect at the price point they offer. And that's exactly what you want in a travel capsule wardrobe. Essential pieces that work hard, that are made out of quality materials at a price point that feels good. Check them out in the link below. They offer 365-day free shipping and returns, so there's 0 risk to trying them out. Thank you, Quince, for sponsoring today's video. Next up, toiletries. This one's pretty straightforward. The main thing to focus on is the essentials. You don't want to bring every single product that you use at home, and that's okay. Be discerning on what is a nice to have versus a must have because you want to contain this toiletry kit to 1 toiletry bag. My kit includes reusable bottles of shampoo and conditioner, a razor, a multi-solution hairstyling product, face wash, moisturizer, and a couple of serums, sunscreen, dry shampoo powder, a toothbrush and toothpaste, basic makeup routine, a travel size perfume, a hairbrush, and 1, yes, only 1, hairstyling tool. Just know all liquids need to be fit into a 1-quart clear TSA compliant bag. Honestly, this is one of the main kits that I just keep packed even after I get home from my trip. It lives under the sink in my bathroom, and when it's time to travel again, I pull it out, I just refill anything that's necessary and go. Easy peasy. The next kits are the ones that are most likely gonna go into your personal item backpack. Kit 4 is your in-flight comfort kit. These are the items that make long-haul flights just a bit more comfortable. This might be my favorite kit that I've created because it makes the biggest difference in how I feel when I land. With the exception of my Owala water bottle, everything fits perfectly into a small travel pouch. I pack electrolyte packs, Whiff's toothbrushes to brush my teeth before landing, face wipes, a small tube of lotion, a lip balm, and a hydrating facial mist because plain air is so drying, gum, a small deodorant, some hair ties, hand sanitizer, and a small travel pack of Clorox wipes, an eye mask, and my loop earplugs to help sleep on the plane, plus a change of underwear. I use every single one of these items at some point during the flight. I land feeling like a human and not like I've been stored in cargo for 9 hours. Kit 5 is basic health items I like to have handy, another small pouch that holds things like Tylenol, Tums, ginger chews or candy, which is great for motion sickness, my personal medications, a couple packs of emergency, and a few Band-Aids or blister patches. Adjust the contents here to what you would potentially use. It's a small kit that you hopefully don't really need, but you have it just in case and you'll be thankful for it. Kit 6 is your tech kit. You're gonna want a good tech pouch that can hold things like a power bank, a universal travel adapter. We personally love our Epica ones, a long charging cable because you never know where outlet placements are gonna be, the Mi Audio Bluetooth transmitter so that you can connect your Bluetooth headphones to in-flight entertainment, a good pair of noise canceling headphones. Now, I personally use the Sony over-ear ones, which don't technically fit in my tech pouch, but if you want something small and compact, the new generation of AirPods is a good choice. All right, the last kit. Kit 7 is your peace of mind kit. This can easily be a large Ziploc bag that holds all the important stuff. Think things like your passport, copies of important documents. I also suggest having digital copies, but you want to have physical copies as well. Think about including a backup credit card just in case something happens to your wallet. That way you have access to money. A PIN because you can never find one when you need it, and a physical copy of the address of your first accommodation. You want to be able to know where you need to get to, and if you don't have data when you land or you get separated from your group leader, you know exactly where you need to go. Simply keep the Ziploc secure in your personal item backpack. Again, hopefully you won't really need it, but better safe than sorry. That's it. These 7 kits have helped simplify and streamline the way I pack. If you found this video helpful, you might like this video here. Thanks for watching and happy travels.